I am ready whenever you are.
Okay, so recording. It is recording, so 3 count. 3, 2, 1, click.
Hey folks, welcome back to Dragon Warrior 3.
Hi guys.
Ragnats is with us once again,
Yeah!
because this would be incredibly boring if it was just me talking over it.
I don't know, I like this game.
Well, you haven't seen me just talking over it yet.
Well, but I've seen you talk over many games.
Most all have not been post, though.
True.
Mega Man 3 was post.
Post is hard.
It is hard. Unless you go in with a plan.
I mean, like, when I had to do a post on a couple of episodes of Evil Genius, I was struggling, because it's like, I want to remember what I was thinking when I first, was recording it. You never have any idea what you were thinking.
No. Unless it's very obvious.
Yeah. Actually, I know, I've seen you do posts a few times, and you're like, what am I doing? Oh, right, I'm supposed to be reading this out right now. Or, oh, I'm showing you my equipment. Yeah, you did that with Bahamut Lagoon. You told us how you were showing us the stuff, but you couldn't remember that you were showing us the stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I did post in Ogre Battle, too. But I edited a ton out of the Ogre Battle videos, so...
Yeah, well...
Just like these. That's why we do post.
I gotta say, I've been watching that series, and it gets dry at points. I mean, not like you, but the game itself.
Right, it does. There's a lot of instances where it's like, we just needed to put something here.
Yeah, magic keys don't work on jail doors.
They should.
No.
They do after now.
No, they don't.
Yeah, in the next game, chronologically, magic keys work on everything.
No, in Dragon Warrior 4?
Dragon Warrior 1.
Well,
Chronologically, I said.
well, no. The next game chronologically, they got rid of all the other types of doors. They only had one type of door. They're like, you know what? We don't need all these doors. It's confusing.
See, and magic keys opened every one of them.
Yeah, but they also broke each time.
That's true.
It's sort of like the Star Wars movies. You know, you see the prequels, and you're like, wow. Aside from the movies sucking, like their technology looked a lot nicer way in the past.
You know, I have not yet sat through episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Really?
But I saw Return of the Jedi on TV a couple weeks ago. And it pissed me off that they
changed the
ending.
ghost. I was furious.
Why didn't everybody else come back? Because they were... How old was he? 21?
Yeah.
18 something. Alec Guinness wasn't standing there in his prime.
I agree. That was a mistake.
I was mad.
Like, I think that whole concept of, well, you know, that was the last time he was Anakin. After that, he was Vader. It's like, that's bullshit. He died Anakin.
Right. I have to admit that I have no idea what's going on in the game right now.
I don't know what you're doing either. I mean, you're walking around and going to different towns. That's great, but until you talk to someone or go to a dungeon, I'm kind of lost.
I think I was just going back and opening all the doors.
I think so too. I think you're doing the let's check out all the things the magic key can do. Said that. Oh, Portuga, which couldn't possibly be Portugal.
I don't think it is.
No.
Dwarves don't live in Portugal.
What about short Portuguese people?
People in Portugal and Spain are actually very, very tall.
You been to Spain or Portugal?
No, but neither have you.
That's a lie.
That's an old Eddie Izzard joke.
Ah.
Because of the Spanish Inquisition, people were
Right.
stretched, so everyone in Spain is like 8 feet tall.
Gotcha.
And he says, "It's true. Anybody been to Spain? No."
I went to Spain in high school as a high school trip.
I didn't.
I
Our
figured
big-
that, considering you said you haven't been there.
Our big trip we were doing in high school was the band went down to Disneyland to play, and I really didn't want to go, so I didn't.
Aw.
Got me out of class for kind of like a week. I am
Having fun
banging
there?
on the door, say, "Hey, come talk to me."
I've done that a million times, too.
Sure, what you have to say is very important.
In later games, or in some
it.
later games, they actually would sometimes just come to the door.
Right. Or just be standing there in a fixed
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting about watching this guy walk around. I'm surprised you didn't fast forward it.
I did, but since it
Oh,
doesn't
right, this whole
fast
thing's
forward in the
fast
recording. Yes, this half-an-hour-long video, viewers, took me about 10 minutes. And then I, edit out all the battles. It takes me longer to edit the videos than it does to record them.
That's actually kind of weird, considering it's the opposite for normally.
It might have done the same with Lunar. I remember I did editing in Lunar, and it seemed to take a while.
Well, no, but usually it takes you longer to record it than it does than the video
Right.
itself.
Right.
Speaking of Lunar, I introduced it to one of my roommates,
Mhm.
and as you can guess, Null was awesome.
Null is awesome.
Null is awesome.
I am looking forward to doing the second game.
I'm looking forward to it too, because I saw the game at PAX East, and it was like $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
My ROM was free.
Yeah.
Oops. Edit. We're going to edit that bit out of the commentary. If I could find it, I'd buy it. And find it at a reasonable price.
I'm just waiting for it to come out on like PSP, because every time I get a game for stupid expensive, it comes out on PSP. I got Valkyrie Profile when it was rare, it came out on PSP. I got Persona 1 and 2 when they were rare, they came out on PSP. So I got Lunar 1 now that it's rare, so it'll probably be out on PSP soon. I will hate my life.
No, I don't. I thought I had a copy of Valkyrie Profile, but I don't. But I'm going to Let's Play it.
I tried that game once. It's weird.
It is weird. I liked it, but just figuring out where I needed to go and who I needed to talk to and everything required a walkthrough.
Yeah, it's a strange game. Like, it's so different.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's not bad that it's different. It's just, because it's a beautiful and really neat game, but yeah, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do and when is more puzzle than the game itself.
Right. I liked the combat system.
Yep.
Oh, lordy.
You don't like the music?
No, I actually like the music. It just... I watch this and I think, wow. Even at twice this speed, it felt slow.
So I'm getting the feeling that now that you have the magic key, you're supposed to go to Portuga, since 2 different towns have people mentioning it.
Nah, it's a myth.
And I remember what you're supposed to do there, too.
Yep, the dumbest side quest of all.
You
Surprised I
really
didn't.
wanted to get into some combat, didn't you?
Well, I'm surprised I didn't edit that out. Because I think I was waiting for night so I could go back to talk to the dancers.
Ah.
I think.
Well, maybe you
is-
didn't edit out because you didn't fight this group before?
Could have been. Viewers, it is September 17th. That's the day we're recording this. We're
Happy New Year's.
gonna break a little fourth wall kind of stuff here. I recorded the video for this on January 9th. Excuse me. July 9th. Excuse me. July 9th.
Okay, that's a bit better.
And 2 videos on the 10th, one on the 24th.
You really are way ahead.
I am. I've actually started recording the next game. Dragon Warrior 4. I have 5 clips that equal 2 hours. So that could be 5 separate episodes.
I look forward to recording them with you.
Glad you said that. Because that would be, I think, just as boring as this if it was just me talking.
Well, you wouldn't have done it in post if you weren't planning for it.
Take books off the shelf and read out loud while I play.
Well, I mean, if you weren't doing it in post, you'd probably be fine with doing it.
Then we could fast forward the videos.
Though, I've been watching your Lufia videos, and you seem like you really want that over as well.
Yes. Did you catch some of the titles for this week's update?
Not this week's. I started watching the Phantasy Star 4 stuff because you had already finished it in like half the time that it took you to do Lufia. So I'm like, I should probably start watching that before it disappears off the front page.
Let's see.
And I love your Chaz voice.
I wish I could have remembered it in like the 4th episode.
You should watch your videos.
I don't want to. They're not very good. Let's see. Episode 26 is called Oh God Damn It. Mm-hmm. Episode 28 is called I Can't Take This Anymore.
Oh, wow.
And someone asked me, are you going to do the second game?
Obviously you are, because you're a completionist and you have to do all the games.
But I'm not going to do all the Lufia games. That's kind of the thing.
There's more than just the 2?
I think there were 1 or 2 on the Game Boy Advance.
Weren't they just remakes?
I'm not sure.
Let's pretend they were.
Let's look it up. Nothing's happening in the video. Apparently I didn't edit out battles in this one.
But you're fighting a wild ape and a madhound. And Tralala attacked. And Deneb attacked. And Rexstart attacked. These are important things.
I don't know.
And Jimmy goes up to the next level.
Jimmy does a lot of things.
By the way, I have to say, back when you were doing Dragon Quest III on the Super Nintendo, and you do a battle, and at the end of it, you'd be like, aww. That was seriously one of my favorite moments.
I was so looking forward to leveling up.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals. For the Game Boy Color, Lufia the Legend returns. Following just a series' first handheld adventure. New color palette, sophisticated 8-bit graphics.
That's sophisticated.
New battle system and randomized dungeons. In this game, the player acts as a descendant of Maxim in the fight against the Sinistrals. And then there were the Ruins of Lore, which is...
You're always a descendant of Maxim in the fight against the Sinistrals.
There's one on the DS called Curse of the Sinistrals.
Oh my.
There's a mobile phone version.
That one we probably don't care about.
Estopolis Denkai DX. And then 2 canceled titles, Lufia Ruins Chaser and Lufia Beginning of a Legend. Ruins Chaser is supposed to be for the PlayStation. Being created by Japanese software company Nihon Flex until they went bankrupt.
Aww.
For a time, development ceased. It was picked up and heavily remade in both story and graphics, being renamed Lufia The Legend Returns. That's the Game Boy Color one. And Beginning of a Legend was supposed to be for the PlayStation and was a prequel to Lufia 2, as it told of Maxim's early days as an adventurer years before the Sinistrals strike. So the prequel to the prequel was the last game they planned to make, I guess.
So in other words, they decided the story was done, so the only place there was left to do story was backwards.
Right.
Gotcha.
I wasn't
there's a
watching
demon there.
where I was going. I don't know why I'm back here.
Because you wanted to check and see if anything changed at night.
Yeah.
What? Well, it's a good thing you did, because that was pretty awesome. Meow.
What was I watching in which a Demon Knight sprite popped up kind of out of nowhere.
My game?
No, it was either something from Some Ordinary Gamers or that Canadian girl who does gaming videos. Can't remember her name. Might have been one of hers. Oh, goodness. So I've started a new Let's Play that I'm going to want some post-commentary on, if you'd like to get involved with that.
Is it, you mean Dragon Warrior 4?
Aside, not even related to Dragon Warrior in any way, shape, or form.
Which game? Oh, I guess you can't say it here.
I'm going to say it.
Oh, okay.
Sonic Blast Man.
Sonic Blast Man?
A incredibly cheesy beat-em-up for the Super Nintendo.
Sonic Blast Man, you Jane?
Sonic Blast Man. Me.
Sonic Blast Man!
There were two
You
of them.
Jane!
Actually, there's... The first one is single-player only. And then the
Okay.
second one, I think, has two-player co-op and then selectable characters. But
Okay.
they're really just like comic book kind of goofy, and I figured they'd be fun.
I think
I
you
wanted
hate
to do
Sonic.
it for a while, so I do. Sonic is not my favorite, but thankfully this gentleman is not fast or a hedgehog, but he is
Okay.
blue. He has a blonde ponytail.
So it's not actually Sonic, it's just something called...
Sonic Blast Man.
Gotcha.
That's his name.
See, I thought it was like a Sonic game spin-off or something.
No.
Sure, I'd be up for helping out with the posting that.
To see when we can get into that.
By the way, bringing the conversation back to Dragon Warrior, because it's kind of, what we're let's playing. Have you heard of the game Fortune Street?
I don't think so.
So, it's a Nintendo game, it's for the Wii, and it's Monopoly, but with stock options, and the characters are all either Nintendo characters or Dragon Quest characters.
That's interesting.
Yep. It's pretty weird. But, it's a pretty interesting take on Monopoly. Playing it takes as long as playing Monopoly. And every time I've played it, except for maybe once, I've gotten completely trounced by the AI. Which makes me sad.
So here's a screenshot that has Bowser, Mario, a slime, and Bianca playing. Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Waluigi, Diddy Kong, Birdo, Wario, Toad, Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. needs to die.
Yeah, seriously.
Yoshi, Princess Peach, Daisy, Donkey Kong.
The funny thing about Bowser Jr. is that Bowser Jr. doesn't make sense because there already is a Junior.
Right.
There's Morton Koopa Jr.
Well, not to mention all the others. What happened to them?
Well, they show up they're actually in the new DS version, the new DS game.
Oh.
But ever since Morton Koopa Jr., everyone's assumed that, King Koopa's full name is, Morton Bowser Koopa.
Mm-hmm.
Senior. So, having a Koopa Jr. is like, well, there already is one. Why is there another one?
I'll bet it's not canon.
And then, of course, there's that silly story about, him being the child of Koopa and Princess Peach, which was later found out to be a fallacy.
I had never heard that story, nor would I have ever believed it.
It's actually the main plot of Super Mario Sunshine.
I have not played that.
He
I would really like to.
He kidnapped Peach because he believes she's his mother.
Okay.
Which, of course, until eventually you find out from Koopa at the end of the game that that's not true, leads you to believe that, he's some
Spoiler alert.
creepy rape baby. Somehow she got knocked up, had an egg, gave birth to it, and doesn't remember any of this.
It's very possible.
It is like the darkest Nintendo story ever.
And you compare it to some other, game plots. That one's actually pretty probable.
Fair enough.
Like this one.
What? There's nothing improbable about rabid crabs.
Well, I'm not saying that it's the crabs that are the problem.
What's the problem with this game?
Well, not
Explain
to...
yourself.
I'm sure someone has either seen the Dragon Quest Let's Play or played this game before. So, I'm not sure I believe that I could jump into a volcano and end up in a hidden
Pocket dimension?
continent under the surface of the Earth.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen in any Final Fantasy games like 4.
No, it doesn't. But let's keep it real here. The world of Final Fantasy IV is not modeled after the planet Earth. We're not going to Portugal in Final Fantasy IV.
We're not going to Portugal here either. We're going to Portuga, which has absolutely nothing to do with Portugal, as you explained earlier in this video.
All I said was they don't have dwarves there.
Yeah, but they have dwarves in the underworld of Final Fantasy IV.
Yes, that's where they belong.
How do you know? Maybe there is a world hidden under our world.
I don't know. I don't buy that whole hollow Earth theory.
I don't know. I mean, Brendan Fraser made a movie there.
Brendan Fraser did a lot of things I'm sure he's not proud of.
Are we starting with Encino Man? Was he in Encino Man?
Was that? That might have been him, yeah. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Now I need to find out if that was him.
So I'm more thinking like Monkey Bone.
Oh, I'm sure that's actually probably one of his happier movies.
See, I liked him in George of the Jungle, but that was... But I
Yeah,
like George of the
Brendan
Jungle.
Fraser was in Encino Man, and starring Sean Astin, Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, Megan Ward, Robert Tunney, and Michael DeLuise.
You know why I haven't seen that in such a long time? Pauly Shore's in it.
Yeah, well, there's only one movie with Pauly Shore in it that I can sort of stomach.
Please tell me it's not Biodome.
It's Biodome.
Oh my god.
But I didn't say I like it. I said I can sort of stomach it.
You can sit through it if you have to.
Yeah, and it's mostly due to everyone else.
Yeah. I can understand that.
I mean, I watched that episode of Mad TV that had Pauly Shore in it, and while he was no more irritating than half of the characters there, I still would have rather killed him than any of the other characters there. And I think the main reason is because it seems like that's actually just who he is.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he was in the Goofy movie.
Was he in the Goofy movie?
He was Max's friend.
Oh boy.
Why do I know that?
I don't know. You know a lot of things.
Hated that movie. I'm not a Goofy fan.
No?
Goofy's not, it's not my favorite.
I used to like Goofy. Goof Troop kind of ruined Goofy for me.
Yeah.
I like the old Goofy, who used to try and work out, and
I love that cartoon.
when he blows up the dumbbells, it blows up his ears instead.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're in Portuga.
Gull.
Oh. They couldn't afford the L. The name was too long.
Yeah, it would have meant there's more than one. Because that's how you pluralize things.
No. It's just, there's the naming limits. There's only so many letters you can put in a name.
Pepper. That's
Yep.
when I remembered what I was doing here.
Yep, you have to get pepper so you can get the boat. So now you have to go to China and find pepper.
Now, pepper doesn't come in grain form.
Well, it does if it's ground.
But then it's flakes. If you get a pepper mill and you grind it up, that's not granular. That's flaky.
It looks
Sugar is granular.
I love fresh ground pepper.
I snack on peppercorns sometimes.
Do you?
I'm not ashamed to admit it. They're tasty.
There is very little that you are ashamed to admit.
This is very true. If I could think of anything, I would mention it.
Except if you were too ashamed to admit it, then you probably wouldn't mention it.
Right. But I could hear.
Because no one's watching this video?
People stopped watching 20 minutes ago.
I don't know. Now things are actually happening, though. Yeah. You checked out that horse.
I did. He was looking okay, I guess. I'll bet if we told the king we were going to look for a new trade route, he'd give us a ship. Sabrina and Carlos.
It's kind of funny seeing the remakes of these the Dragon Warrior games because they started adding accents to everything.
Yeah, I remember when I tried to get the DS version of 4 to work, and I made it through Ragnar's chapter.
Where everyone's all Scottish.
Then I couldn't play it anymore.
Yeah, so they're all Scottish in there, and then chapter 2 they're all Russian. I mean, it's cute that they added that little extra flavor so that you can feel like you're actually going to different kingdoms instead of this one world where everyone talks the same language, the same way. But it's kind of strange as well because it feels so heavy.
Yeah.
It's really heavy-handed.
Well, it's almost overdone, too, because now instead of everybody speaking the same language, everybody speaks the same language and is horribly stereotyped.
It's almost like it became a George Lucas game. Oh, burn!
He gets what he deserves. George Lucas was partly responsible for Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Was he? Oh, it's
Yes.
a LucasArts game?
It is.
But at the same time, he was also partly responsible for the Monkey Island games, which I have been requested to do at least one of.
Well, I think you should.
I will, because it's short.
He's also partly responsible for those Star Wars games, though.
Some of them are good.
Some of them.
X-Wing is awesome.
I actually wanted to start recording Rogue Squadron the other day, but my 64 needs a little attention.
You should let's play X-Wing.
I don't have X-Wing,
Well,
but I have Rogue Squadron.
it's abandonware. I'm sure you could get it somewhere legally.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
I think
I
we're almost
really
done with this
wanna-
video.
I really want to do Rogue Squadron.
Okay, well, do it. Do it right now. You are like 5 bazillion games ahead anyway.
Not quite that many. Would you like to know how many? Before this episode ends, viewers, do you want to know how far ahead I've got recorded?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, too late.
I have... Because we can go over.
I know. It's kind of funny. Kind of implying that we weren't going to.
I have 13 games done.
That's insane.
Not counting the 2 that are... Excuse me, the 3 that are going to be ready to go up in the next week or 2.
That sounds unlucky to have 13 done. You're going to need to finish one really quickly.
So we have to replace Mega Man X3 with Final Fantasy 3. And then I've got Mega Man X4, 5, and 6 are all done. Final Fantasy 4 is done. I've got 2 requests finished. 1 is nearly done. I just did 3 short games for the hell of it because I was drinking most of those nights. And then I've got 4 games that were voted on that are just done and have been done for a long time.
You just need to upload more.
Yeah, but then I have to update more, and then I run out. Back when I was doing like 6 games a week, I was almost constantly out.
Yeah, but then you just have to record more.
That's what I'm doing. I've found that perfect balance.
I think everyone is now wanting you to do. Everyone's going to be putting comments. Jason, I want you to do 6 games a week again.
I ain't gonna, because you guys aren't watching them that quick, that's why.
It's true.
I see the view counts.
I'm still trying to catch up on a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, it's much easier for me to catch up on the videos you guys upload, because there's usually only like 4 a month, as
That's
opposed to
not
12
true.
a week.
If there's 4 a month, they're all mine.
Right.
That's not fair to the other guys.
No, but I'm not interested in fairness.
Fair
I'm
enough.
interested in justice. Just like Sonic Blast Man,
Da-da-da.
who you are seeing a picture of right now. Well, the viewers are. You're not.
Wanana. Swampling Man. Okay, I think we're done for this video.
I need to go find a picture of Sonic Blast Man really fast
Okay.
before I forget.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, folks.
Later.